What is up, nerds? It is me, Put McGee, here on my gaming channel, and today I'm going to be talking about and showing you I'm going to be showcasing and playing a Boros Aggro deck known as Angry White People. And a little special thing is that this is the deck that PewDiePie has been playing, and he played on some of his MTG videos, which he made recently. And I believe this is the deck he used to climb to Mythic. Now, I'm not saying that everyone is going to be able to make it to Mythic with this deck. I've played it, and it's performed okay. I have, like, maybe a little over a 50% win rate with this deck in Ranked. And I'm only, I'm in, Gold 4 or something. So, however, the only problem for me is that my mana base, or, my lands are not pristine like his are. I'm not running 4 Sacred Foundries and Clifftop Retreats. I have substituted in 4 Boros Guildgates because I'm short on some of those, which is definitely a bummer. But we make do. We make do with what we have. Okay, so let's talk about this deck. First of all, we're running 4 Legion's Landing and 4 Hunted Witness. This is because it is an aggro deck and we want little guys on the field early. Reason we run Hunted Witness instead of something a little more, I don't know, damaging. You could, I suppose, run Goblin Banneret instead, but the reason we run this is because when it gets removed, it creates another creature, and so this gets us through board wipes and things and makes sure we have creatures still on the field after that. We also run 4 Adanto Vanguards, my mistake, which is just a staple in aggro. It's a 1/1 for 2, but when it's attacking, it gets +2/+0, and you can spend 4 life to give it indestructible. So I think that speaks for itself. We also run 4 Lava Coil to deal with early blockers and early or mid-game threats, really. We also run 4 Legion Warbosses, which produces goblins for us every turn, and it has a mentor ability, which is really, really good, so it gives us a little more power in the mid-game. We're running 3 History of Benalias, and I will say, in PewDiePie's deck, he's running 4 of these. Instead of 4, we're running 3 of these, and 1 Response Resurgence. You might be saying to yourself, why would you do that? Because another History of Benalia will be way better than a Response Resurgence, and you'd probably be right, but I'm a poor boy, and I have run out of Mythic Rare wildcards. That said, I've been doing just fine getting by with only 3 History of Benalias. Okay. Now, we also run 3 Deafening Clarions. This gives us a little board wipe against early, mono red and mono blue aggro, so we can get through that, and it can give our creatures lifelink, which is really excellent, especially if we play this board wipe and we spend life to keep Adanto Vanguard on the field. We give it lifelink, and it basically gets that life back immediately. Okay, we also run 3 Aurelia Exemplar of Justice. This is a great 4-drop. It is a 2/5 flyer with Mentor, and at the beginning of combat on your turn, choose up to 1 target creature you control. Until end of turn, that creature gets +2/+0, Trample if it's red, and Vigilance if it's white. Now, this is just awesome. It's an awesome card. When it's played, it still gets, even though it doesn't have haste or anything, it can still give us that +2/+0 and Vigilance for, an Adanto Vanguard, or maybe even just, a lifelink token. We also run 4 Heroic Reinforcements, and this is basically, if we have everything, if everything falls into place, we can get a turn 4 win out of this occasionally. If we go Hunted Witness into Adanto Vanguard, into Legion Warboss, into a Heroic Reinforcements. That's a lot of damage. I'm not saying necessarily that's a turn 4 win, but it's going to get us pretty dang close. This is just a great aggro mechanic, and it gets us more creatures onto the field. We also run 3 Divine Visitation, and this is one thing that gets us through mid-rangey decks, is that we have some more power at the top, at the back end of the game. If we don't snag a win and turn 4 or 5, we can get a Divine Visitation down, and every time we play Heroic Reinforcements, we're getting 2 4/4 angels with haste. So that's pretty sweet. Now, we also, the reason I subbed in Response Resurgence is because I like the versatility of this. If we're playing against an aggro deck, like a mono red aggro, and we've got a pesky Goblin Chain Whirler on the field, we can remove it with this, or same with Runaway Steamkin or something like that. But it also, the Resurgence effect can give us a turn 5 win because we can get First Strike and Vigilance and a second attack phase, which is basically if we get this play off and they don't have a board wipe or a Settle the Wreckage or something like that, we should be dealing a lot of damage on that turn. and not losing very many creatures because of the first strike effect. We also run one Memorial to Glory because we tend to kind of run out of steam in the mid and late game because we get a bunch of smaller creatures down and then they die, and then all of a sudden we're left with nothing in our hand because we don't have much of a card draw mechanic, like any card draw. But that's okay because we also run Legion's Landing and Memorial to Glory, which can give us some tokens throughout the game that can provide blockers or just a little sneaky 1/1 that can deal that last bit of damage that we need in the late game. And a couple of these with Divine Visitation, and you are getting a 4/4 flyer, so that's great. So Divine Visitation is really the thing that's giving us a little more staying power on the board. Of course, against a control deck, it's going to be hard to get this down and keep it on the board, especially with Mortify in Standard right now. It's really a pesky removal spell for this big enchantment, and so that can be definitely an issue. So, of course, we want to win in the early game. Now, without further ado, let's just go ahead and jump into some gameplay. We're going to be popping into Ranked here with Angry White People, and we're just going to see how we do. Remember, stay hydrated. Also, if you're watching this video because the name PewDiePie was in the title, make sure you go check out my recent video. I don't remember when I posted it. Go check out my last video that I posted about talking about the PewDiePie thing where he played MTG and a bunch of people were freaking out. I think it's a pretty good video. It's definitely my most popular video on this channel. So if you're interested in that, go give it a watch. This is kind of a problematic hand, honestly, because we don't have any 1-drops. We don't have our Legion's Landing or a Hunted Witness here. So, that's real crappy. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and play the Guildgate. We have a turn 3 Legion Warboss, but we definitely want to usually be dealing damage before turn 3. So, this is not awesome, and it looks like they're going to be a life gain deck. Vampires, Dusk Legion Zealot is not awesome. I'm going to go ahead and play Legion Warboss. And we're forced to attack with this token. We'll see if they block. Probably not, if I'd guess. Because probably they're going to be getting Legion, what is it? Legion Lieutenant down. Make this guy a 2/2 and then attack us. Not a huge issue. Okay. What do we want to do here? I think we go Sacred Foundry, play that tapped. We're going to go ahead and Lava Coil the Legion Lieutenant. Oh, did they just cap out at 2 lands and I wasn't even paying attention? That's a bummer. Then we're going to play Legion's Landing, and this will transform on this turn because we're going to be able to attack with 3 creatures. So we go attack, attack, attack. Give that a counter. So we're dealing 5 damage, and we're transforming Adanto the First Fort. So now we have the 5 mana ready to play Resurgence next turn if we need it. I'm going to make sure... okay, another Legion Lieutenant coming down. He probably holds up for blockers. Okay, so what do we do here? We could play Resurgence. That would give everyone First Strike and Vigilance, and then give us an extra combat phase after that. This is an interesting thing we got here. So I could Lava Coil the Legion Lieutenant, and then use Adanto First Fort to make us more tokens. I'm trying to figure out if we win this turn if I play Resurgence. I don't think we do, because we'll be able to produce 2, 3, 5, 6, and 7, and then a +1 on this, so 8 damage twice. I think we go ahead and play Resurgence. Yep. Here we go. Let's see if we can snag this. I'm going to put a token on you. So we lose this goblin, but we're going to make another one. Okay, so they're taking 6 damage. Okay, so we don't win this turn. Wait, what? Excuse me? Why did I not attack again? Why did you do that? What? What's wrong with me? How am I this stupid? Ugh, okay. Well, that's really infuriating. Yeah, I misclicked last turn or I would have won. Okay. Can I win right now? I don't want to attack in with Legion Warboss because it can die real easily, so I think we hold him back. Oh, wait, but if... No, I don't win. I can only deal 5 damage like that, and they have a... They probably can gain life on their turn. So we're just going to do this, and then play Adanto Vanguard. Or we could just create a token on their turn. Yeah, I think we'll just hold up Adanto Vanguard and create a token at the end of their turn. I'm hoping we can pick up Heroic Reinforcements here, because if we top deck that, we probably win. Or they just concede because they don't have anything. Okay, well, our opponent got kind of mana screwed there, so that's not exactly the most ideal showcase of this deck, but you can see its potential there. And we got a slow start that time. We got a slow start that game. We didn't play anything until turn 3, which is unusual. That's very unusual. We usually are, in the past, I've curved out pretty well because we've got a lot of early drops. Like, we got 8 in the 1 slot, 8 in the 2 slot? No, we only have 4 Adanto Vanguards and a Lava Coil in the 2 slot, so. Okay, we got 100 Witness, Legion's Landing, Legion Warboss. Oh, this is a pretty good hand. Pretty good hand, not amazing. We are on the draw, though, so hopefully we can pick up an island. Nope. So we're stuck playing Boros Guildgate, and that is all. Okay, it's looking like Golgari, just straight up Golgari. We're going to go ahead and play Legion's Landing and a Hunted Witness. And next turn we can play Legion Warboss, which is great. I'm hoping this isn't Sultai Midrange, because we have a hard time with Sultai Midrange, just because Wild Growth Walker gains so much life for the opponent. Yep, there he is. Shoot, man. That's a big old bummer. We still, we're not screwed. We've got a chance. Yeah, I think we go ahead and attack all, because we want to transform Legion's Landing. And we're gonna get some damage here. Problem is, they're gonna be gaining a bunch of life on their turn and making Wild Growth Walker much bigger. But the even better news is that we have an Aurelia Exemplar of Justice coming down next turn, for sure, which is great. Okay, Merfolk Branchwalker. That's nice. At least it wasn't a... oh my gosh, what are they called? The other one, the better one. Oh boy. Okay, yeah, we'll go ahead and play Aurelia now. Well, this is a bummer. I don't know what to do here. Because giving this +2/+0 doesn't kill Wild Growth Walker. So we'd just be attacking into death for him. And I'm not attacking with Legion Warboss because I don't want to lose him. We do have a Heroic Reinforcements next turn, which is going to be huge. Unless we could play Divine Visitation. We'll see. I'm just going to target you, and then, yeah, just attack with you and let him die, and then hold up for a big play next turn. If we were able to top deck a land, I'd probably go ahead and play Divine Visitation, because Heroic Reinforcements will then be just probably a win for us at that point. But they may be playing... Okay, so cast down on our Legion Warboss. That's not great. Okay. So we do now have to watch out for Assassin's Trophy. Let me go ahead and play that on Aurelia. Attack in, hit for 4, and since she's got Vigilance, she stays up to block. And they are mana starved right now. They're stopping at 3, which is nice because they Their 4-drop, their 4 slot is bad for us, but this is okay. Oh yeah, baby. Okay, so here's the thing. We could play Heroic Reinforcements now, or we could play this slow, go Lava Coil onto Midnight Reaper, and then go Legion Warboss, which creates an Angel token with haste and Vigilance. So we hit for 8, and then they probably lose next turn. Almost definitely lose next turn. Yep, okay. So, that's another win for us. This is excellent! I'm sorry you had to hear that. That was horrible. I really regret doing that. Express yourself to your opponent with emotes by clicking your avatar. Nice, that's not toxic at all. I'm a big emoter. I'm a big old emoter. I like to say good game all the time. Okay. This is kind of a problematic hand because we don't have a 1-drop and we don't have multiple white mana sources, which is an issue if we draw a History of Benalia. It's not terrible. This is not terrible at all. I think I'm going to keep it because we do have Adanto Vanguard. And I hate mulliganing. It's so... I always feel like I'm throwing away a good hand. Like, this is an okay hand. It's not our ideal hand, but it's okay. So we play that tapped. There's a Branch Walker. So it's looking like Sultai Midrange again. But they did not have... They didn't have a turn 2 Wild Growth Walker, which is really nice for us. I'm hoping they're not top decking it now. Deafening Clarion is going to be good. It's going to be good for us. Jade Light Ranger. That is the creature I was trying to think of earlier. Jade Light Ranger. This is actually good. I think it's good that we're playing against Sultai Midrange because Sultai Midrange is a very popular deck right now. It's really strong in Standard right now. I hate it. I hate it a lot. Now, okay, that's nice. Okay, I could wipe the board and keep Adanto Vanguard up and give him lifelink. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to spin the life first, just in case, because sometimes I mess these things up. I'm going to give him lifelink 2 to make sure we get some of that life back. So we kill 2 of their creatures. No. We already spent 4 life. I want to attack. Oh, God. I'm constantly messing up my triggers with these things. It's like I know what I want to do, and I try to do things too fast, and I just like, okay, no, the Jade Light Ranger, not a huge issue. Just click things a little bit too aggressively and accidentally mess up. Oh, this is an interesting Sultai Midrange build they're playing. So they've got a Thief of Sanity, which is going to be really problematic if we don't deal with it. I'm going to go Heroic Reinforcements here and just put some pressure on him. He's probably going to block a token. No, he's blocking Adanto Vanguard. That's super fine. Yeah, we give you Indestructible. It's the same trade as if he had attacked me, if he had not blocked and then just attacked me next turn. Okay, this is great. This is great that they don't have a Wild Growth Walker right now, because as long as they can't gain life, I'm pretty sure we can knock them down here. Okay. Oh, Divine Visitation would be great with Heroic Reinforcements, but we're just going to do this instead. That's 8 damage. We're swinging in for 12 damage right now, and yep. I'm going to keep you alive, so I'm spending 4. We're killing their Thief of Sanity and dealing 8. We're dropping ourselves to 9, so we're in a pretty precarious position, so we really need to make sure we win. Ooh, Finality is bad. They just got enough mana for Finality, but I can spend Does this keep him alive? I think it does. I think I can make him indestructible, and it keeps him alive through a -4, right? No, it freaking doesn't. Dang it. That's a big oops. I kind of thought that would be fine. Okay, we're going to play Divine Visitation and then win next turn with Heroic Reinforcements. Unless they remove it, of course. Freaking Vivian Reed, you can just stop. You need to stop, okay? Man, they are top decking really well right now. Okay, we can play another Divine Visitation, or we could just swing in for 4 right now. I kind of think we just go. I think we just go with it, right? Yeah. We're going to play Heroic Reinforcements and hit him for 4. We could kill their Vivian Reed and deal 2 damage. I think we just do this. I think we play aggressive. We've got him on 1, and if they put a creature down, we can probably Lava Coil it. Oh, that is the worst thing that could have happened. Oh no, we're going to lose now probably. They can play Hydroid Crisis as a 4, and they gain... They're going to gain 2 life. Oh wait, we can't Lava Coil. We can double Lava Coil it. Yeah, we have to, or we will die. The problem is they're probably... I think we may have just lost the game for us. We should have done Divine Visitation first, and then... Dang. Okay. Shoot. That Vivian Reed top deck, and that mistake with the Adanto Vanguard really screwed me over. That's a Carnage Tyrant. Yeah, we're going to have to... We've played 3 Heroic Reinforcements already. I don't think this is going to go our way. I don't think this is going to go our way, guys. Nope, that's looking like a GG. Dang, we had him on 1. We had them down to 1 life, y'all. Ah, this is why Sultai Midrange is so good, because they have ways to gain life, and we haven't gotten any. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. I made mistakes. I definitely made some mistakes. And they definitely top decked really well with that Vivian. I'm still mad about it. I mean, yeah, we lose, so I'm just going to go ahead and concede. Ouch. That hurts. That's a tough loss, because we had the game. We had it, and I screwed it up. Yeah, I was not thinking that they were going to get a Hydroid Crisis until after I decided not to attack that Vivian Reed. Whew. That makes me feel bad about myself. Sorry, y'all are having to deal with a lot of bad singing from me today. I don't know what's come over me, but I just decided I wanted to sing some stuff, okay? Get off my back. Jeez. Can't a man live? Alright, I'm going to keep this hand because we do have a Hunted Witness on turn 1, and we're playing mono blue tempo. I think we go Legion's Landing first instead of Hunted Witness, because I know that they run Spell Pierce, and they would probably Spell Pierce Legion's Landing later on. Curious Obsession. Yeah, I don't know how we'd fare against this matchup. It's really good when we draw Deafening Clarions and they don't have counterspells. I mean, I guess the only good thing about this matchup is that I'm going to go ahead and attack and hope they block with Terramander. That's fine. I kind of like that trade. It's not great. Okay, our current issue is that we don't have enough white mana sources for a Divine Visitation or a History of Benalia if we draw it. Also, I haven't played, in the last 3 games, I did not play a single History of Benalia, which is pretty lame. Yeah, I don't think we do well in this matchup, honestly. Okay, Okay. Deafening Clarion is an interesting play here. It's probably going to get countered. But this might as well. Wait, no. This gets countered because they run negates. I know that they run negate and they run Spell Pierce. It kind of depends on the variation. I don't know what this guy's doing. I've seen negates, I've seen quenches and Spell Pierces, but I know they run Wizard's Retort, but they can't cast that right now because they don't have a wizard. But if I play this, they probably negate it. I think I play Legion Warboss and hope they don't have a quench. Yes. Nice. Okay. And we attack. Try to get in some damage. They probably don't block. Okay. Now I'm hoping they cash out for maybe a Tempest Gen here to try to speed their damage up. Ow. Or they could... no, they don't have enough mana to adapt him yet. I want to play Heroic Reinforcements next turn, but I don't think that's gonna... Shoot. Oh. Aurelia, Exemplar of Justice is really nice draw right now. Okay. Okay, so here's the deal. We play this. They can't counter it because they only probably have Spell Pierce. We're going to give you +2. And so they may consider blocking with a Tempest Gen here. And I will take that trade any day. I will take the Tempest Gen for the Legion Warboss trade. Yes, I will. You might call me stupid. I don't know if they're gonna block this. They might not, but they might. And they could potentially have a dive down to keep their Tempest Gen alive, which would of course be kind of a bummer. Yeah, dive down. Okay, that's a thing that I knew was a possibility, and it's kind of okay. The bad news is if they have an island, I can't really block the Tempest Gen with Aurelia. Yeah, okay, because this becomes a 5/4 and I don't want to lose Aurelia. Sleep. You crap muffin. You suck. Okay, that's 8 damage. I've got to prevent... Oh, no. No. Okay, the only way I can win... The only way I can win is if this resolves and they don't have an island to play next turn. Or even a Curious. There's a lot of ways we lose this. There are a lot of ways we lose. Because yeah, we don't have attackers right now. Sleep, god dang, sleep sucks for us. Okay. We just play this. Yeah, why not? It probably gets countered. And even so, even if it's... Yeah, okay. I mean, that's fine. I knew that you were going to stay alive anyway. If he has an island or a Curious Obsession in his hand, we lose. If not, we actually have a legitimate chance. Because we can gain some life next turn. This is... Things are heating up. Let me just say that. Things are heating up. Okay, yeah, that's a loss. Dang it. He was taking his time like he didn't have anything. Oh, you're so freaking lucky, dog. Oh my gosh. I hate playing mono blue tempo. It's really annoying. It's one of those decks where they have a lot of 1-mana spells that can prevent you from removing their creatures, like we just saw. Okay, one more game, and we'll see how this goes. So currently, in the games I've shown you, I think we're 2-2, if I'm keeping track of things right. Pretty sure we're 2-2 so far, which is about what I expected. I was hopeful at the beginning of this that this is going to showcase really well, and it showcased fine so far. So we play, yeah, this is a good hand to keep. We play that, and we play Adanto Vanguard turn 2, unless they have something super spicy that we need to get rid of. Hired Poisoner, not a problem. Not even a problem. No blocks. Goblin Instigator. That's not too good. It's not too good at all. Okay. Interesting predicament here because I want to play the Boros Guildgate now. This is why basic tap lands are garbage, because now we're in a sticky spot where I want to be able to play Aurelia turn 4, but I also really want to play Legion Warboss now. I think maybe I just play it slightly slower, play things a little bit slower, and I go Hunted Witness now, and I don't attack, and I let them come to me. I think, and it looks like opponents being a little bit aggressive. I just have to hope they don't play removal right now. Oh, okay, Judith. Kind of saw Judith coming. Good thing we have a Lava Coil ready next turn. So we block there. Issue is if we block there, she deals 1 damage to Adanto Vanguard. But if we do this, we sorry, I'm getting chat invites. I don't know if you're hearing the noise, the little alert noise. I think we do this. We go block to damage, and we go ahead and make Adanto Vanguard indestructible. Yeah, why are you spamming me with invites right now? Stop it, please. Yes. And so we kill you and you. This triggers first, so she's going to go to the face with it. Oh, wait. Okay, yeah, this is good, because they can't get rid of you yet. Very interesting. Here's the question. I think we play Aurelia now. We could Lava Coil the Judith, but I don't think that really does us much good. I think we go Aurelia now. Then we pass to combat. We give you Vigilance and Lifelink, and then we attack with both. I'm playing very aggressive. I'm trying to play this as a very aggressive strategy. So the bad news is I want to spend the 4 life to do this, and we're going to gain 3 back. And even I can't lose both of these. I think I spend the 4 life, which sucks because they're playing an aggressive deck as well. But then she's going to deal the 1 damage here and get rid of my token. Not the end of the world. We're still at 10. And we kind of control the board right now. I'm hoping there's not another Judith on the way. Or a Bedevil. Yeah, most of these decks don't run Bedevil, so that's a bit surprising. But kind of okay. Non-creature, non-land card from it. So there goes Heroic Reinforcements probably. I think we just... Yeah, that's a good question. Do they take Heroic Reinforcements or Lava Coil? Because Lava Coil is bad for them too. Okay. Yeah. So we can go Legion Warboss. I actually kind of want to Lava Coil this Goblin just so I can get in for 4 damage now, take him to 13. But the problem is they're probably going to be able to play another Judith. I think I do. I think I do Lava Coil and play this just super aggressive. Or not. No. I think I save Lava Coil for next turn when I want to be able to attack with the Legion Warboss, and I want to clear blockers out. And I can't take any more damage from my Adanto Vanguard, so I'm going to hold him up until I feel better about things. Spawn of Mayhem. Okay, this is a reason we hold up Lava Coil. They have to know that this just dies now. Yeah, okay. We go, put that on Spawn of Mayhem. We play Legion's Landing. We're making goblins, and then we do this. We still don't attack with Adanto Vanguard because they have a blocker for it, and I don't want it to die. Okay, they're not blocking. We're in a pretty good spot right now. they're top decking, I think. I don't know what they have in their hand, of course, but it looks like they're struggling. Bedevil on Legion Warboss, that's a darn shame. But it leaves them with only 1 mana up, and we have a lot more creatures on the board, and we have our Adanto first fort ready. Okay, we have another Vanguard. I'm going to attack with everyone. See where they block. They almost definitely blocks the Adanto Vanguard. And we don't take 4 damage. I think we just let it die because we have a replacement. We do this, and we're ready to make another token. Footlight Fiend is not much of an issue right now. Yeah. Okay. They've got 3 mana up. That's enough for a Bedevil. How much damage can I deal right now? Also, do they play creatures with flash? I think I go super aggressive and I all attack. He goes to block Adanto Vanguard. Do we keep our Adanto Vanguard alive? I think yes, because we spend the 4 life because we're gonna gain 2. Unless they like shock someone. But then they're gonna kill one of my tokens with the Footlight Fiend damage. I think we spend the 4 life. Honestly, yeah, no, this is fine. Because if I'd attacked, they would have blocked with Footlight Fiend and my Adanto Vanguard would have just died anyway. We resolve that and hope they can't put out 9 damage on their turn. We end our turn and hold up a Sacred Foundry just to screw with their head, kind of. Probably doesn't have that effect on them. It looks like we win now. I create another token, and I've got a lot of attackers. And a Legion Warboss. Very nice. I'm surprised they haven't conceded yet. But I'm gonna just do this. Okay, you lose now, sir. I don't even know why you played out that block, but okay, fine. Chris Dreams 13, you know, dream on, my friend. Well, okay, everybody, that was actually pretty good. That went pretty well. We went 3-2, and we saw how it performs against some different kinds of decks. We saw mono blue, we saw 2 Sultai Midranges. We also saw our little Rakdos Aggro there with Judith, my lady. I love Judith, Scourge Diva. She's a real diva. Anyway, that's about it. Let's go look at the deck a little bit more. Because let's talk about some things we can change. I've seen different versions of this that also run Angelic Exaltation. It's kind of like a different version of this deck, Angelic Exaltation. Whenever a creature you control attacks alone, it gets +X until end of turn, where X is the number of creatures you control. And so, if we get the board wide like it is, and we also have, like, say, Aurelia Exemplar of Justice out, we can make Aurelia Exemplar of Justice attack and get a +1/+1 for each creature we have on the board, which is usually like 4 or 5 creatures. And so if we're able to attack over and keep up blockers, that's really good. So if you're not really wanting to run Divine Visitation or like maybe as many History of Benalia, you probably still want to run a History of Benalia. But this is a way to get a lot of extra damage in. And I've seen this deck, a version of this deck that plays, instead of Hunted Witness, it goes like Healer's Hawk, because Healer's Hawk with Angelic Exaltation is really nice. It's a lifelink flyer. So lifelink flyer gains you life, and it's hard to block, and it's going to get buffed from Angelic Exaltation. I also played that version of this deck, and I didn't find it performed as well as this one, just because this one's faster. This little Boros, Legion Warboss into Heroic Reinforcements, and Aurelia is a faster version of the Angelic Exaltation deck. You can also run some Conclave Tribunals. Like if you were sideboarding, you'd probably want Conclave Tribunal, and maybe some more. I guess if you were running up against like mono red aggro, you'd want some ways to gain life. Like maybe even. I mean, you could run a Johnny's Welcome, but it's not like you're not putting that many creatures on the field, and you don't have any life gain triggers really. Honestly, this deck is pretty good. I guess you could run Shocks or something as like turn 1 removal for red creatures. That's a thing you can do. Other than that, I think it performed pretty well. Yeah, there are ways to do this kind of budgety if you don't have all the mythic rares like Aurelia and History of Benalia and Divine Visitation. You can run some Shalai. You can run Shalai instead, or like in addition to an Aurelia, because this does give your creatures hexproof. And if you were making this Anaya, like if you had a green component, you could put +1/+1 counters on. In this deck, you probably don't want to run any green. But Shalai is nice because it does give your creatures hexproof, so that can keep your Legion Warboss and your Adanto Vanguards alive a little bit better. You can also do kind of a mentor thing instead, where you're running more like Boros Challengers and such. So don't knock it. Don't knock this deck. It's pretty good. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. It really means a lot to me that you would want to spend your precious time watching one of my videos. And if you like this deck, smash the like button on this video. And if you want to see me do some more deck techs, suggest things in the comments. Make your suggestions in the comments. Do whatever. Comment things. Talk to me. You know what I'm saying? And without further ado, I will bid you all adieu. That was a nice rhyme. See you next time. Holy crap, I'm amazing.